do honestly reckon that pretty much everyone should have at least one decent torch. Hey guys, hope you're all doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself. Got a video today which is going to be sort of a review of some stuff that has been sent out to me by a company called Olight. Now, a lot of you might have already heard of Olight before. They're a pretty popular brand, but if you haven't, they're basically a flashlight manufacturer. They've got an upcoming flash sale. What they call a flash sale is basically just a big sale that they do. It's on the 24th, I think. I'll put all the details for that in the description with links and stuff if you're interested in the products. Important thing to note is I obviously received the products for free, but I declined any commission or payment for the video because I like to keep my channel, my opinions. So this is me, giving my honest opinion on the stuff. And interestingly enough, I already had a couple of their torches before they even reached out to me that I've been using for years. I have actually had a lot of people reach out to me for product reviews in the past, and I just turn them down just because, or I just ignore them. A lot of the stuff is just things that I'm not interested in, or I don't want to encourage people to buy. So whenever I do a product review, it's going to be because I'm genuinely interested in the product, and also it's my opinion. It's not something I'm being paid to say. So what I've done is I've actually set up the back of the van to be somewhat of a studio. Folded the bed up for now, just so we can go back and have a look at the stuff. I'll set a couple of lights up and give you some close-ups of the products. And I might also, actually I will, go out and do some testing. We'll take the torches outside and I'll show you the different, uses and how powerful they are and stuff. So these are all the items that Olight has actually sent through to me, and I'll just quickly go through and show you which ones are which, and then we'll break them down one by one, and I'll talk about the features and stuff like that. This one over here is the little multi-tool. It's a little keyring multi-tool that they sent through to me. The one at the front here, this is the O-Pen 2, the second generation of their O-Pen, and then in the middle here we have the I1R2, and that's the mint green color. I think they come in a few different colors. Little rechargeable keyring light. That's pretty cool. The main one they wanted me to look at is the one at the back here, which is the Warrior X Turbo. It's the newest product in their Warrior X line. I think the last one was the Warrior X Pro, so this is the new version. And then over here we've got the it's a mounting system for the Warrior X to go onto a rifle barrel. It's actually magnetic, so it's a quick detach mount option for a flashlight if you were, hunting at night or whatever. And then, as I mentioned before, I actually already had two torches from Olight. So this is the first one. That's the S1A baton, and then I've also got the S30R3. So that's the third generation of the S30R. So I'll start with the S1A, which is actually the first torch that I ever got from Olight, and I went and bought this one myself after my friend told me about the brand. It's a single AA battery-powered torch, and you can use disposables. I often put rechargeable AA's in there, and it's got a bunch of different functions. You can, turn it on, hold it down, it changes the power. If you hold it down for a few seconds when it's turned off, you get this sort of moonlight mode. A lot of their torches have that. Triple tap, you'll get your strobe, and double tap and you'll get your turbo mode, which is the brightest that it'll go. So that's the first one that I ever got. Now, after that, I sort of had a look at my friend's torch that he was using, and after a bit of thinking, I realized that this would probably be more useful for me. This is the S30R Baton 3. So it's the third generation of the S30R. And the R basically means it's rechargeable. So they've got little magnetic recharges that I'll show you a little bit later, but they just clip on the bottom and recharge via USB. It's got a big rechargeable lithium battery in there, and it's essentially the same thing as the other torch that I just showed you, but it's more powerful and obviously rechargeable, so you still have all these, you know, multi-functions and strobes and things like that. But yeah, it's just a lot brighter, and the batteries actually last a lot longer on it because it's got that big rechargeable lithium battery. Now, the next one along is this little guy, which I actually think is kind of cool. At first I wasn't expecting much from it. This is the I1R, sorry. So it's the I1R2 EOS. I'm not sure what the EOS stands for, but it's it's just a little rechargeable torch, and you just turn it and you get, you know, the torch comes on. And I thought at first, oh, that's quite good, but then I kept turning it, and then I realized, oh wow, it's actually quite bright. It's got quite a bit of power, this little thing. So it's got two modes, low and high, and it's just a really handy little lightweight thing to put on your keys. Cool thing is, you unscrew it and it pops out, and you got a little USB recharger there. So no batteries required, it's all rechargeable. I thought that was actually a really cool little torch. That'll probably go on my keys too. So the next in line is the Olight O Pen 2. And this one's basically their pen. I think it might even be their first pen. It's the second generation of the O Pen, but I think the first one didn't have the pen function. It just had a light that came out, and it was in the shape of a pen. So now, as you can see, you've got a little pen there. It's just a bolt action, but this little bolt action is really fun to play with. Out of all the things they sent me, I think I've played with this one the most. It spent the most time in my hand just because I sit there playing with a little bolt action. It's a little fidget pen. But it also has a light in the top here, and like most of their other torches, got different levels of brightness. And the cool thing about this one, actually, which I really like, is when you unscrew this, the pen and the light come apart from each other, and they work individually. So you actually have to take it apart to charge it up. You've got a USB-C charger there, but it means that you can turn the turn the light on and sit it there, and have the pen completely independent and still working. So if you want to write in the dark, you can do that with this thing. I think that's quite a nice little feature. The main one that they wanted me to have a look at for you guys today is the Warrior X Turbo. And this is their new light in the Warrior X line. It comes in this nice little pouch, so you can have it on your belt if you want to. Not really the way I carry torches, but it might come in handy. Might clip it to a bag or something. As you can see there, Warrior X Turbo. This is the special edition gunmetal grey. It also comes in like their standard Olight black with the blue bezel on it. But this is more of a spotlight, and it's a super powerful handheld spotlight. I'm going to have to take it outside to test it to show you just how powerful this thing actually is, because I really can't do it justice in here. It's just going to blind us, as you can see. But I'll take you outside and I'll compare it to some of the other torches in a minute. But I'll just go and grab the accessories that come with it, just so you can see. So it comes with a little, this is an extra, what they call a grip ring, and it goes where this sort of ring is here. If you unscrew this, you can pop this on there instead, and it's a little silicon coated grip ring, and it's sort of a nice little touch to be able to replace that. Comes with this is just a little like a lanyard thing, like a wrist strap or something. I don't tend to use these, but it's nice that they include it. And the other thing, which is I mentioned before with a lot of the Olight torches, is they've got magnetic rechargeable caps. So as you can see, that just sticks on there by itself, and it's just a little USB, so you can plug that into any USB outlet and just pop that on there and it'll charge up. They tend to charge pretty quick too. So I really like that about Olight with their rechargeable torches. This is the other one I was showing you, the S30R3, same sort of rechargeable thing, but this Warrior X Turbo actually has their new recharger on the bottom here, which is also compatible with a pressure switch. So if you mount this on something and you want to have a remote switch, you can use their little magnetic pressure switch there, and you can activate the torch remotely. So just having a quick look on the back here, we've got all the specs. 1100 lumens on high, 150 on low, 1.5 meter impact proof, and IPX8 waterproof. And you get up to 12.5 hours when using it on low. So enough about all the specs and stuff. I reckon we go out and actually have a play with these things since it's dark now. And I'm really curious to see how the new Warrior X Turbo goes against this one, which was originally my brightest torch until they sent me out all this new stuff. The only other thing that I was going to mention is they wanted me to let you know that if you want to get one of these little I1R2s for free, go and check out their website. They've got details on how you can get one for free just by sharing their website on your social media. So go and check them out and yeah, get your free torch. Anyway, let's go and have a play. Alright, so I was going to go out in the bush I was actually going to go in the national park and go on sort of like a little bushwalk and test out these torches. But a couple of things came up. Number one, started raining. The weather doesn't seem to be very good tonight. And then number two, I realized how freaking terrifying it is being in the middle of the national park by yourself at night when it's windy and rainy. So I did go to the national park and I pulled up and I turned the van off and I got outside and I went, nope, we're going to do this somewhere else. So what I've done is I've found somewhere else that's a bit more suitable. All right, so good news, the rain's actually stopped now. So I've come out onto this sports oval just next to a main road, so not quite as lonely as a national park. I'm going to test out these torches. This is the S30R3 and it's on low mode at the moment. So you can see just in front of me, like my feet are just down here. So you can see, you know, it sort of drops off about there. But this is only on low, so that's only a few meters away. If I put it up to medium, all of a sudden you can see quite a bit more and it's a lot brighter. I'm going to leave the camera on manual for this just so that you can actually see the steps in light, because otherwise the camera will just compensate for it. We'll go up to high now. So that's a high mode. So you can just about see the goalposts in the background there, and there's a pole with a sort of a reflective thing on it. There's another light pole over there, just to give you some reference as to how far the torch is allowing you to see. That's the I don't know what you call it, toilet block or whatever over there. But I don't think that you guys can actually see the tree line yet with this torch. Now if I just double tap it, that'll take us up to turbo. That's as bright as this torch will go. And to be honest, probably looks brighter for me. Camera doesn't quite do it justice. But yeah, it's an impressive torch. This is the one I had before Olight reached out to me, and I've used this heaps and I love it. But I'll get the Warrior X Turbo out now and I'll show you the difference. It's quite substantial, mainly in just the beam of light. This is a bit more of a flood and you'll see what I mean in a sec. So I'll just pull the Warrior X out and we'll put it on low to start with. So this is on low. Now you can see there's a little bit of a flood around it, but it really is mostly just a concentrated light and it's really bright in that center there. Now if I lift this up, I'll try and show you what we were looking at before. It's harder to see because obviously it's a spotlight. So there's the goalposts. You can quite clearly see those. Camera's struggling to focus because it's so dark. But you can see how much of a spot that is, but it's also very concentrated. So you do actually get a lot of light in that spot. Now if I put this up to high, all of a sudden you can see that beam all the way out to the tree line there. Now again, the camera's struggling to focus because this is about as hard a job for a camera as possible. But that's basically the difference between the two torches. So now on high mode you get quite a lot of flood and it's actually quite bright. It's impressive, but that spot in the center is basically blown out. The camera can't even really see it, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's what the spot does for you. So all of a sudden you can see that tree line all the way in the distance over there. It's incredible what sort of power they get out of such a little torch. So yeah, this is perfect for a searchlight, or if you were spotlighting, if you were hunting, or whatever you're doing. Great for camping and stuff. Basically you can just see really long distances with this. This is the top of a tree up here that we're looking at. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know it's a little bit different to what we normally do, but I do honestly reckon that pretty much everyone should have at least one decent torch, especially if you're into the stuff that we're into, like camping outdoors. You know, if you got yourself a van, you're into van life, a decent torch is so useful. And as you can see, a lot of these things have multiple uses. So yeah, if you want to get any of this stuff, then I'll put links in the description for you to find their website. They're doing a flash sale on the 24th of August, and they'll give you massive discounts on a lot of these. They bundle them together and stuff. And like I said, if you want to get one of these for free, then just go and check out on their website. They're offering free one of these to each person that shares their website on their social media. So go and have a look, check it out, and let me know what you think, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.